Good pre-fire, knows there's not much armor in play. I say armor, of course, have fully equipped with such. This is more and more unlikely as time passes. Gives it a tickle. Confirm no one's on it. Does have that opportunity for a 5-second defuse. Running very short on time here, trying to isolate these engagements. Playing it very safe but big. And wow, they actually put it out, Chad. I mean, I can't believe we were talking about just how unwilling to take these gambles they are. Now about holding on to the AWP, and Gade will keep it on his person.
Okay, all right. Well, this has been pretty scrappy. After the pistol, since then, it's been quite scrappy. I think SyrsoN in the pistol round was the cleanest round that we've gotten so far. So back and forth we go again. Entropic lost everything there, really, didn't they? It was those 2 Deagle kills that made the massive difference from k1to. Just some bangers of shots, but in terms of space, you could see that's why they had to push lobby. Is what happens now is when the Ts are able to get yard control, push up to heaven, that position is no to the CTs. The response now is to push and try and take some space back. They haven't gone for a force buy here in Entropic. It's just a couple of light investments. They've left themselves about 2k, so the buy will be coming out in the next round, but there's a tag.
And super brave of SyrsoN to hear a scout, know it's going to peek blue, and still be willing to take it AWP v scout, especially considering the speed by which Elian can operate with that. Safe, Diligent clears.
Hey, interesting there, right? That flash was just designed to clear out that close left corner, so Big not taking any chances here. Smoke wall up. Molotov subsiding, and down secret they'll pop with the bomb. But they don't have to commit here, right? You can see they'll have 2 players just floating behind red on top of main. Just find out what's home, see if anybody wants to chase that tail that slipped down secret. But you're not expecting a lot from Entropic in this round.
Yeah, shouldn't be too much to say about this one. Big happy to just knock on that secret door, make it clear that there's a threat. Smoking off main to keep you guessing, and it was all up to Elian. He's confirmed that there's pressure coming his way. A slither gap held, some damage inflicted. He is really chipping away at Big Clan with his scout, and now looking to reposition. He's given them access to hell.
Time's going to become a problem here. 30 seconds.
Lackey will get some confirmation as well that there's nothing towards the hell position. Heaven likely a threat. 25 seconds, lads. Loud about this, confirms their suspicions. They're blocking each other. This is getting sketchy. Very uncomfortable scenes now. And yeah, you need both. You need both, and you find both. Now from behind, this USP could have won the round just there and then. Lackey unable to contest it. The bomb is not going to go down.
There's no time.
Round winning from Krad. They can't find him. Oh, wow, that was it. A slight flub on the plant, and Entropic rumble. A little bit too slow off the mark from Big.
Wow. Wow, okay.
What a hero.
You didn't. Yeah, it looked like they had it covered off there. As soon as you've come off of Heaven and they get that kill of Lackey coming fast up the ladder behind, you think that's enough. You think, okay, well, they've dealt with this, but just not being able to cover all those gaps. Great stuff there. Entropic, they bounce back. A light buy again, and here we go into the rifles. Big. Well, they're going to struggle with some Deagles, AWPs, rifles. We haven't even had a full gun round just yet. Oh, spotted. Gade saw that.
He did. He knows it's coming, but that doesn't stop him. Lackey, early impact. If you come towards his position as well, he's going to knock your socks off, quite literally, SyrsoN. Barefooted for the rest of the round. Another tag out of Elian. Doesn't matter if it's Scout or AWP, he's finding early damage. Tizian, of course, forced to watch all of this transpire.
Kind of just walking around following each other like a bit of a bad smell here, Big, right? They're just looking to see if they can find any kills and then capitalize off of that space. But again, they still do have smokes for the smoke wall. And on the other side of things, Entropic have actually gone through a big chunk of their utility. So if Big want, they can drop these smokes. They can make their way across down towards Secret. But they will have to deal with Elian's AWP, which is lower. Now, lining some goodies up here. You can see tabseN making the call on the fly. Smoke drops. Molly towards Secret. Means they're going to work either towards main or ladder again here.
Okay.
Through the smoke. They really like this.
Yeah, Nickelback's just going to laugh at them. Oh, it doesn't get worse than that. The only thing saving k1to was the reload. Nickelback looking to complete the set. Oh, and he will. That's perfect. 8 in total, 4 in that round. And now Entropic really tying things up and breaking the bank as well.
Yeah, that's great. So they've dealt with big. And now we've actually seen them do it here when they should, right? The rounds that they've won prior to this are rounds that they're less likely to win. Coming through grey screen, they're all dead. Great round here from Nickelback. Really, really good stuff. And now they should get a gimme. Now they should be getting themselves their 4th round on the board here. Big have to swallow that pride and take themselves a bit of a save. Now, Lackey's found a bit of impact in a couple of these rounds. He's been jarring with a kill or two. He's a player online when we've been casting Entropic games who I think has always had a bit more room, a little bit more to give. Because I remember years ago when we first saw Lackey and Elian on the same team, they were both quite good players. I think Elian is the only one who's maintained that. So if we can get a bit more out of Lackey here for Entropic, that'll be exciting. But multiple bodies spotted and multiple bodies dropping. Forrester and Elian both chime on in. 3 more to find, and this one should be done and dusted quite quickly.
Elian. Oh, he does hit everything, doesn't he? And
He's
Searson on his head. Oh, he's not quite dead yet. Changes quickly. Crad will deal with it. And Entropic, yeah, they are looking like the individuals are at least here and present in their opening game.
Yeah, so just the men behind these teams as well. For Entropic, we have Hooch. Some of you may remember him. Quite a legend from the Russian days. On this side, Big Legia has taken over the duties there. They still have Dude. He's doing the analyst work, but not with the team currently. So here we go. It's going to be... Okay, here we go. Now that conservative conversation I tried before they did the Force by Orb, now it comes into fruition. You can see now Big here taking another partial investment. So they had an eco, now they have a half buy, and with this util trying to keep Entropic honest. Bullets through the smoke, nothing found. Crowd with the nade as well is going to be shy of the mark. A rally of nades in exchange here, but it is back towards Yard where the focus needs to be.
Elian's responsible for this. He's actually, interestingly, more concerned about Silo and Tizian. Just a quick graze of his knee. Oh, Elian being hunted. He knows it's coming. Great response with the nade, and now it's just a question of what Searson can get done. He's trying to play against the AWP, play to his strengths. Elian proves he has a sidearm too, though, and his P250 is the one to connect. It's only k1to left to his own devices with a Deeg and a Kevlar vest.
He was sharp on the Deagle earlier.
Yeah, got 2.
I don't think he has a 1-on-4 in him.
4?
Yeah, it's easy, right? 50 seconds left. Everything you like. Today's games, right? If you just have a bit of a recap, because k1to's just gone for a walk, giving you guys a tour of the nuclear power plant. I think the only real upset we've had so far, I think, was the Copenhagen Flames game, right? Hence won theirs, VP won theirs, FaZe won theirs.
Just by the way.
Yeah, the VP one was very
gosh.
close. Good to see Yakinda have a good performance in that one. I didn't personally get to see it. We were casting at the time, but the stats say that he had a pretty decent game.
Yeah, and my heart bleeds as well for Pain, because from what my understanding is I caught the clutch. I was just in the green room for that, but I understand they lost the anti-eco afterwards. I mean, after, you know, when you've just had like a career-defining clutch and it's full match point and then you lose the anti-eco.
You don't love that.
Yeah.
You definitely don't love that.
It's just a bit of a heartbreak one. It makes you a better player in the grand scheme, right? That's how it's supposed to be going down.
We can frame it however we want, but look at this. Aggression, Lackey and Elian paired up.
Back to it.
Very aggressive here. They're not stopping.
Yeah, and there are backs turned. They can hear the backs are turned. So many people looking the wrong way. Booked. Fortunately, Tabson's controlled the spray with masterful precision. A quick descent. Okay, Big have got some pace and some intent now. Very deep main smoke. You'll have to just accept that one. Take that one on the chin. Searson's got your vent lock. What's the util situation? 2 smokes, Molotov. They will be able to take the space on ramp. And in fact, look, juggling it over to Tizian so we can get the windows and smoke off Elian. Chances are, and if I know Elian, he might even want to play ahead of them. He sees the window break. He surely knows what's coming next. And he's not smoked off just yet. Okay, well, open for business for Big Clan. You've got about another 10 seconds. Site is clear. Searson's found Nickelback, and Searson's dealt with them both. 2 CTs down the vents and on lock by that close quarters AWP. Lock it down, looking to save.
Yeah, right. That's why as soon as they had lost that control, there's not too many ways back in. And with Searson just set up with that AWP, he's either going to be watching ramp, watching vent, he's going to have something covered off, and he's going to be good for a kill or 2. And well, exactly that comes on through. So holding on to these goodies right here. Should be seeing another buy coming on through in the following round. From the Entropic boys. Shouldn't be too many dramas. You can see we've got about 7k on Elian here, about 8k on Forrester. So even if their teammates require drops, they will be able to make all the magic happen. But bomb goes off. We keep a 1-round differential right here, 5-4. And they make it look easy. So a bit of a tug of war right now. Nobody pulling too far ahead just yet. And happy to have that conservative approach. And we do have that B stream going on, PGO_CSGO on Twitch. It's Renegades taking on the Movistar Riders, two very passionate fan bases.
Major.
Pretty big deal.
It is.
Very big deal.
I mean, also, let's talk about, Brazil. I know we've just casted Godsent, but the fact that Brazil were almost entirely absent of the previous major and now are one of the largest.
21. They had the most. They have the most players at this one. 21.
What a recovery!
Yeah.
For
so many new names.
For such a huge fan base as well. Like, I mean, the South American support for Counter-Strike is second to some. But
bonkers.
Yeah, incredible.
Okay, here we go. Getting this one back underway.
So you can see that Searson pair. It was both down the vents and just knocking them out. Lovely stuff. All right, let's get back into it. Round 10. Game on. Elian on his AWP. Searson on his. And actually sending it straight towards perhaps another aggressive trophy push. And then smoke this time. We'll get Searson into some more controlling position.
Are they both going to play behind the smoke here? Kito's found Forrester.
Oh my
with
god.
no-scope.
Yeah, he's safe now. The molly would have caused a lot of problems. He could and still does go down. Look how much pressure they exert so early into the piece.
Okay, well, an equal exchange here. 4v4. Smoke wall up.
He's been having his troubles as Tizian so far. And elsewhere.
It's a second for Kito.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Two backs turned.
Good find. Good find from Tizian. He's caught Nickelback's yard hold, and now the site just falls under the German rule.
Might have to be another save here.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't sound ideal, but it all happened so quickly. Like, Searson actually gave up his position with that no-scope. Like, it looked cool, but he was actually mollied in, and that's why Lackey was so liberal with the bullets right there on the spam, but nothing he can do.
And they did a deep molly first. If the second molly had landed, like, I mean, he was cream crackered.
Yeah.
But
Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Throws the no-scope in, and that just confirms that they know they've got about 5 seconds of an AWPer sitting there behind a smoke, praying he doesn't go down to a spray.
All right, well, let's see if this is the changing the tide right here, because Big now equalizing things, 5-all. Entropic, in these last couple, haven't been able to put up too much of a fight. Now, that obviously has to change at a certain point. There's enough money to drop rifles across again. So the buy, no dramas there. But remember when they had the pistols and it was a bit scrappier, those were the type of rounds that they were winning. Now, the second was virtue of Crad stepping out hut and getting a kill and the bomb not being able to get planted in time, mind you. But it was still in the scrappier scenarios here, so maybe some pep in the step required for Entropic right now. It feels very grindy, right, for Big. It just feels quite grindy, right? They're going through the paces. They'll grind you out. They'll make the necessary kills. Seems a bit default heavy early. There's not being forced or made to feel too awkward here. This was Kito. And okay, so that molly you could see on the ground there, making it look like there was maybe a little bit more room to work with. Good stuff from Kito. Great conversions. And here we go again. Double AWP seemed to be the response here. So Lackey's into one, Elian the primary onto the other.
I wonder if we'll see any more. Like he's demonstrated he's up for the task of like a bit of an aggressive yard. We've seen him swing out on that red a little bit as well. See where he looks to find that impact. 2 AWPs in play, and Elian has been leaning more towards that ramp side of the map. But let's get into it.
It looks like a turtle setup right now with both AWPs, playing kind of far back here.
Okay, so aren't going to be getting too many early engagements. But if I'm Big, I'm also hyper paranoid about this trophy push. Like they've demonstrated that there's going to be either a smoke or bodies or both early on towards that trophy lobby pressure.
Yeah, so right now, if you just take a look at Big setup, they're waiting out all the protocol utility, right? So the mollies and smokes that land towards Hut and Squeaky early to stop the rush, to stop the vent control. They've rotated Elian down towards Secret here on the Entropic side, and he has to be careful. He can't have a misstep here because he could very well lose his head. Tizian's the one finding the room towards yard right now, and I think he's going to call that off. So he's cleared the close right. He knows that there can't be anybody too up close and personal to call no yard presence, and that's a great start for Big with a minute left on the clock. Still plenty of utility left for them. A bunch of smokes, a couple of mollies, some flashes as well. They can set up for a top set piece, and we've seen Big with some quirky ones. We might even see the one where they molly through the rafter position. Okay, setting up for top heart.
So is this going to be any more layers to it, or is it just the top finish?